I'm going to record.
Oh,
So I
good.
hope you don't mind.
A friend of mine couldn't join because she's at work. So I was going to find out if
Okay.
you were going to record it. Thank you.
Okay. No problem. This is great. So just imagine if could be making money every day in just 2 hours of work, and it's all automated. And as a boomer raised on a ranch in southern Alberta, we had multiple streams of income. So I learned at an early age how important it is to have multiple streams of income. But here's what was wrong with that. We had cattle in the feedlot to feed. We had horses that we broke to train for green broke cow ponies. We had chickens in the chicken coop, but we had to gather eggs, feed chickens, clean chicken coops, clean pig pens, because we had hogs for butcher and for sale. And my dad was a veterinarian, plus we had hay, and we had several big hay fields. And so every summer we'd have 2 or 3 haying crops. Well, that was in the day. Okay, I'm pushing 75. So this was all in the day before they had these great big, you've seen the fields with these great big round bales living in them, or these great big huge square bales that have to be lifted with a forklift. Well, we had the little bales that were 60 to 100 pounds, and we had to manually handle each bale, stack them into these little pyramid things all around the field called stooks. Then once that was done, then we went in with the tractor, and the hay wagon had to huck that all on top of the hay wagon and stack it up. Then when that got full, we'd have to go into the barn, and we had we called it the bale loader that went up from the ground, had a conveyor belt on it, and into the hayloft of the barn. And one person was unloading the wagon on the bottom of the bale loader, and somebody else was up in the barn taking the bales off the bale loader and stacking it again in stacks. So we were never fat, for one thing, but we had to literally physically run to do all the work, right? And so when I was fired from my last job, I call it, if you're laid off from work or pink slipped, it's just a fancy word for you're fired. And so I went, I can get another job. I'm not a frump. I don't have dementia. I should be able to get a job. So I put out a myriad of resumes and got 4 interviews, 1 job offer for $10 an hour. That was minimum wage. I just, after the floodgates closed, I went out to my car and whoa. Anyway, I'm very blessed because I have 2 sons who are programmers. And my oldest son is a lead programmer with Amazon. And he heads up teams of programmers. And he uses LinkedIn to recruit. And so on his teams of programmers, he has people from India and Africa and Europe and Australia and all over the world who are programmers working on his teams. And he decided that he didn't want to have a 9-to-5 job anymore. Do you know what? Don't tell him I told you, but he makes over $200,000 a year and US doing what he's doing. But they own him. They basically own him. And he wanted to do something and build a business on the side of his own. And he had to hire somebody that he didn't have to pay very much money. So when he found out that I was laid off my job, fired, he said, "Oh, Mom, I could train you how to use LinkedIn and you could run my bot for me on LinkedIn." So that's how I got started using LinkedIn. Who here has just got started using LinkedIn? Put in 1 in the comments if you've just started using LinkedIn. In the chat, just put a 1 in the chat if you've just started using LinkedIn. Well, everybody must be pros here. So LinkedIn is the secret. It's the biggest kept secret on the net. And the biggest kept secret to LinkedIn is in the groups. And once I got started using LinkedIn with my son's program, mind you, he has stopped running that program because LinkedIn has really clamped down on bots. So we can't run bots anymore. So anyway, here I am, and I didn't have a job. I'm trying to build a business using LinkedIn, which I had no idea what I was doing at first. And I started going to networking meetings, and I thought, well, I probably know more than some people. Maybe I'll be able to do coaching. So I went to my first networking group, and I got in conversations with people, and people found out I was doing LinkedIn, and I found out there weren't very many people in LinkedIn. So when I stood up to do my elevator speech, I said, I'm the marketing mentress, and how many of you here are on Facebook? And all the hands went up. So then I said, how many of you here are on Instagram? Not Instagram, Twitter. It was called Twitter. Now it's called X. And about half the room, the hands went up. This is about a room of between 30 and 40 people. And so then I got the brainwave, how many of you are on LinkedIn? Well, 2 hands went up in that whole room of people that were on LinkedIn. I went, oh my gosh. Then I got a brainwave while I'm standing on my feet, and I thought, oh, I could help these people. So then I said, how many of you would like help with LinkedIn? Well, all the hands went up, and I went, oh, goody. In my mind, I'm thinking, okay. So on the spot, I'm thinking, okay, I've got 2 20-minute slots before the meeting, 2 20-minute slots after the meeting. Next week, $1 a minute, I'll help you get started setting up your LinkedIn profile. So I had them standing in line waving their 20 buckses. So that's how I got started doing coaching. And then I discovered that when I went to these networking groups, oh, probably 70% of them to 80% had gray hair or they were bald. So I did some research, and I went on to Stats Canada, and they said in 2012, this was the year after I was fired. In 2012, 54% of the businesses started in Canada, new businesses started. 54% were started by people over 50. And I went, oh my gosh, these people are just like me. We still need to be bringing in an income. I'd love to have my kids pay me back for their university education. Anyway, I just wanted to give you that little bit of background so you understand a little bit about where I'm coming from. And I was so scared of all the social media. And at that time, we only had LinkedIn, Facebook, and Twitter. That's the only 3 social media platforms. And I was on none of them. And I was so scared that I read the entire terms of use for LinkedIn, Facebook, and Twitter. Really great reading for a whole week. Whoa. But I know some of the things that they want and that they require and some of the guidelines so that I hopefully don't get myself in trouble. Anyway, if you have been using LinkedIn and haven't been seeing any results, it's because not you, it's not your fault. It's because there are some secrets that LinkedIn has not released. And I'm about to share some of those secrets with you. Are you ready for this? Okay. I'm going to share I think the best thing to do would be for me to share my screen, because then I'll go right into my LinkedIn. If I can figure out which screen has got my LinkedIn on it. Holy mackerel. Let's see if that's the one. There we are. They have all these screens. The little pictures, all the little pictures are so small you can hardly tell what they are saying on them. Okay, so I'm going to take you into my profile. So have you got pens, papers, notepads, screenshots going? Because I'm going to give you some really heavy stuff here and you're going to want to use it. So here's this little me picture. Can you all see that? Give me a thumbs up. Awesome. This is a really crucial spot that you go to a lot. And this is where you control your profile. So you click on your little profile and it unlocks your profile to view your profile. You can go into settings and privacy, which we're going to touch on a bit today. We're not going to have a lot of time. And you can go into your posts and activity and see what's been happening on your profile. So this is a really good thing to know, that if you don't know where to go to open up everything for your profile, just go to your little tiny headshot at the top. So I'm going to click on view profile. And right off the bat, what grabs your attention?
Your banner.
My banner. You know, you can tell right away when you see a profile how professional that person is as soon as you go log into that main page. So that profile, that background banner needs to speak to your perfect customer. My perfect customer is a senior who's over, well, they're not seniors necessarily at 50, but people who are over 50, or seniors who are trying to supplement their incomes, or people who are working over 50 and they're just sick and tired of being sick and tired of going to the same old grind, the same old job. They hate their boss and but they're staying at their job because they need that paycheck. And so they are looking at multiple streams of passive income. And that's where I love IPS, because it just fits in there so beautifully. Okay, what's the next thing you notice?
Picture.
Your headshot. Your LinkedIn profile. Now I'm a straight shooter. I speak it like it is. I don't make it flowery. I shoot straight. You need a professional headshot on your profile. Now you can take a headshot with your smartphone. Just take a headshot with your smartphone, and you can put it up on Canva, and you can doctor it up to make it look really good. And you can use those, and that's all on the free. So you want to see that headshot looking really professional. And then your name goes up there. Just your name goes in that slot. Not, you notice I don't have marketing mentors in there. Just your name goes here. That's in the terms of use. And you notice that my headline here doesn't say anything about my experience. So who is my headline speaking to? I'm speaking to my perfect client, my perfect customer. They want to unlock, they need some money to pay off some credit cards. You know, the average pension in Canada is $1,200 per person. Average pension in Canada per month. And the average rent of a one-bedroom apartment in the major cities all across Canada is around $2,000, $1,600 to $2,000 a month. So they have a really hard time making ends meet. And they're going deeper and deeper and deeper into debt using credit cards because of the shortage. And there are so many bankruptcies having to be declared by seniors because they can't, the pensions aren't good enough. So I'm here to stop people being homeless when they're a senior. I could be this close myself if I didn't have all the online things that I'm doing, especially IPS. So you have 220 characters available for this. And if you want to edit your banner, there's a little pencil up here that you can edit your banner. And there's a little pencil right here where you can edit your profile. So many people put, this is that's a real bugbear for me. So many people put in here in their comments, they put that headline has professional speaker, doctorate degree in mechanics. You know, they'll have, it's like they write it like a resume. And oh, another thing about your headshot, it's just you. You don't put a headshot with you and your spouse or you and your dog or you. It's just you. It is a professional platform. So here's 5 reasons why you need to be using LinkedIn. Number 1, the average income of people on LinkedIn is between 75 and 86,000 annually, US dollars. Number 2, the average income of CEOs on LinkedIn is 125,000 US a year. And number 3, LinkedIn is the most professional platform on the internet, bar none. Number 4, everybody is on there to do business. It's not like Facebook and the backyard barbecue. This is business. And so business people are looking for a professional presence, right? And number 5, I don't know how to mute people. So number 5, the average income of people on Facebook is 22,000 annually, US. So where do you think the people are who can afford to buy your stuff? LinkedIn, right? Okay, while we're on here at the very top, I'm going to move my pictures out of the way here. There is a place here where you can change the URL on your public profile. So your URL, that's your title or the I call them hieroglyphics that you put up here in this search bar. And you can change this. You can click this little pencil and you can take out, so you you can go in and then you can edit this. And you can change there's usually numbers at the end of all of the URLs that LinkedIn puts out. So you can personalize it. You can put your name here and it'll tell you if that's taken. It's just like when you buy a URL from GoDaddy or someplace like GoDaddy. And Marketing Mentress happened to not be taken because I invented the word Mentress. And then when you're doing a whole bunch of work on your profile and you're editing your profile, you want to turn this button off. Mine's on right now because I'm not doing a whole bunch of editing, but make sure you turn this off because as soon as you make a change on your profile and you save it, what happens is it automatically sends a message out to all of your connections on LinkedIn. Christine's got a new this, Christine's got a new job, Christine's got, and it just inundates all your people with messages. So the best thing is to turn it off while you're making a whole bunch of changes and then afterwards turn this on. So here's some things that you want to bear in mind as well. Who do you want to view your profile? And what do you want them to see on your profile? So I have all LinkedIn members. I don't have public. And the reason I do that is because if you open this up to public, both men and women get people from all over hitting on you. Oh, you're so handsome, da-da-da-da. I'd love to be friends with you. Or, oh, you're so beautiful. So I do not turn on this public one. I just put all LinkedIn members because they know once they're on LinkedIn, they have to behave themselves. And then all of these are turned on.
Can't see
So if you have a website, you can click here and get your
Mail.
badge, your link to put on your website. So your link is right here that you can insert on your website. Are there any questions so far? Before I pop on to the next. Okay,
I do. Can you hear me?
Yes, I can hear you.
Okay, so I think I think it's here. I've been trying to change my profile picture
Uh-huh.
and I've done it many times, but lately it comes up with this weird thing and I can't get it to download. So maybe I should do what you just did. Go here, your public profile, and edit and try to get the profile picture done there, right?
No, not on the public profile. The public profile is only where you change your URL.
Just URL. Well, where were you
And
at?
all those things in that one column, okay? But if you want to change your profile picture, you have to use the little pencils.
Right? I've been there, but I can't get it to do anything anymore. So, oh well,
Ah,
I'll work on
okay.
just the picture, not the banner. I like my banner. I just want my picture updated, but
Okay.
I'll work on it. Okay,
It's here. It's in your
that one.
in these little pencils, yeah.
Yep.
Now, I'm going to scroll down a little bit here. And the next thing that I notice, that you probably will notice as well, is that there's a whole bunch of different boxes. And LinkedIn makes some suggestions for you. So they'll say things like try Sales Navigator. That costs you money every month or annually, and it's big money. It's not cheap. So you're going to be paying $75 to $100 a month to pay for these, and you don't need it. You just need to be on a free platform. And you can check out your analytics. How many people have viewed your profile? How many post impressions do you have? How many search appearances have you searched in or shown up in? And you can show all your analytics here. There's some other, there's not very many. There's only the 4. And then there's profile topics. And there's creator tools. Now, I'm not going to go through a lot of detail on all of this today because I don't want to get everybody confused. I'm just going to go through the basics. And we can see what you've been featured in. And so these are your posts that you've put up.
Ruby Coon
What's featured
is not available.
If you could please mute yourselves, that would be wonderful if you don't have a quiet background. And it goes through all of your, shows you all of your activity here, posts that have happened that you've put out. So the about page is really important. So I'm going to go into this about page. It says see more here. And tell me what you think is different about this about page than what you would expect to be there. There are so many.
people,
Sorry, what?
yeah, I said normally their about page is their whole resume of what you've done and who you are, your bio.
That's right. That's right. But what's this page doing? Who is it speaking to?
Your client.
That's right. So you, Sarah, share a little bit about yourself, because you need to share a little bit about who you are so that you can build a little bit of know, like, and trust. But when you just have a resume that just
You want me
says
to
that you've
move?
got education
you
and this
cornerback.
and this, and could you please mute yourself if you're talking in the background? But I just love reading through an about page that talks a little bit about themselves and asks them a little bit about, ask the people that are reading a little bit about them.
Christine, if I
Yes.
could add something.
Yes.
What I love about this is that people are able to connect with your soul. Who are you?
Right.
It's your authentic self.
Yeah.
And what I really love about this is that it's not complicated. I find sometimes people, they just write essays. Yours is very clear, which also as a person from the outside says, oh, you're very clear who you are, what your message is, how you connect with people. And to me, this is like the uncovering of your greatness, of who you are. And
Yeah.
I love that because it's coming, as you said, from your authentic self.
Yeah.
You're not trying to be something that you're not. You're like, I'm this, and I really like this about me, and I'm going to be able to help you to, well, with what I'm able to help you with my genius. I love this.
Oh,
I
thank
totally
you.
love this. Thank you, Christine.
Thank you. Well, the reason I do that is because we're trying to build that know, like, and trust with our possible clients or customers, right? And so I do have some experience listed in here. And but I keep it very low key. And I don't mention too many names of things. I've got the Infinity Daily Pay written in here, but most of my things, I try to keep them fairly generic looking. So people don't want to see the actual names of companies that you're working for. The reason I put the daily pay in there is because that's part of what I actually do, is help people get daily pay. And so I've got a total of 21 experiences that I've listed in here. Then when it comes to education, I didn't put a lot of education, but there's extra ones. And here's the thing, when you put down your explanation of, or your description, most people don't put anything in there. You need to have a bit of a description of what you decide, what you studied, so that they know more about you. And
Oh, I'm
if you're
sorry. I have to put, I'm sorry, Christine, because you're on such a roll. I didn't realize that you studied music. That just kind of went bam on my face. I'm like, wow. Sorry for interrupting your flow. I just have to say, wow, that is so super cool. I'm sorry for interrupting. I'll put myself
Okay.
on mute.
For those of you who don't know, Andrea is a professional musician.
I guess you could say I'm that, but I'm also your fairy godmother. Oh my God. Thank you, Christine.
So, and you can talk about projects that you've worked on. So if you've had some projects that you've worked on, your project might be, if you've been involved in network marketing, you can talk a little bit about some of the things you've learned in network marketing. And, or if you've taken some courses and you want to talk a little bit about what you've learned in the courses, you can put those in there. What you do for volunteering, people like you to volunteer. So that shows up very well. And here's an area that is huge, absolutely huge. My hair rises on the back of my neck when I see a profile that has no skills listed. Those skills are so important. You can list up to 50 skills. This profile has up to 50 skills. It happens to be my profile. But most, or not most, I'd say a lot of people don't put any skills in there. And it's because I think, somehow subconsciously think that we're not enough. I listened to an interview with Barbra Streisand one time, and she was on Oprah Winfrey. And Barbra Streisand said on there that she never felt like she was enough. Barbra Streisand! Oh my gosh. Well, maybe you younger people don't know her, but she was always saying that about herself. And people don't put their skills on there because they think, oh, well, I'm not, those aren't really important, right? And they tend to write themselves off. Well, I'm going to tell you a secret here. I was invited to a big LinkedIn seminar live in a big conference building in Vancouver. And I entered in there and sat down. There was maybe about 500 people there. And partway through, they asked if I would stand up. They said, would Christine Till please stand up? We have a special award for you. I about fell off my chair. There was no warning whatsoever. And they said, would you please come up to the stage? And I went up to the stage. And they said, we want to give you an award for having the most. Do you want to hear it? You'll never guess what I got the award for.
Yeah.
The most recommendations of anybody in British Columbia. And I was just blown away. I got a LinkedIn, I should have worn my LinkedIn t-shirt today. I never thought about that. So it's really important to have skills, because here's what happens. When you're endorsed for skills or recommended for skills, and LinkedIn shows you to more people that have the same kinds of similar kinds of skills. And so it's really important to have your skills listed so that you can get shown to more people, so people can endorse you and do recommendations for you. So you see, I have 99 plus on endorsements on some of these. But of your 50 skills, you can have up to 50 skills. I've got a few that have 99 plus on. People have been endorsing me and I don't even know it. It's amazing. So it's really important to have skills listed. Now, we are halfway through this, and I'm about to launch the most important secret of everything on LinkedIn. The biggest kept secret to LinkedIn. Does anybody want to guess what that is? I got to get some of these lines out of the way here. See this little crosshatch up here? I call it a crosshatch. It's the 9 dots. You click on those 9 dots and it opens up a window. See these little 3 blue men here? This is the groups. The groups are the biggest kept secret to LinkedIn, because it's in the groups where you can find your ideal customers, your ideal clients. So if you are looking for people to do business with, and you're in an optometrist, you're an optometrist, well, you might want to go down here and check businesses. Now, these are groups. These are the groups that I am in, right? You can create your own group, but I warn you, if you're going to create your own group, you're going to need to be on that group every day posting something so that you keep your group active, which fits right in with the training that we have with IPS. It's awesome. So there are some groups on here that I run myself. So if you're in a network marketing business, there's all kinds of network marketing groups that you can choose from. But if you're searching for groups, there's a little search button down here where you can search other trusted communities. Click this little search button. Who's got their unmuted here?
Christine, can I say something?
Yes.
I just Googled how to mute everybody when you're in a Zoom. It says click participants located in the meeting controls. Click mute all. I don't know where the meeting controls are, so.
Ah,
And then.
I've
meeting-
never had to mute anybody before.
Oh, first time for everything, but I just
Yeah.
Googled that for you, just in case it will help.
Okay, well, it seems to have settled down anyway.
Okay.
Thank you. I will look that up later. So look at this. I clicked on search. Look how many. There's 2,560,000 groups.
Wow.
Yeah, it's a lot of groups.
Mm-hmm.
So you can find your customers here. So if you click on there, you can go to people, you can go to companies, you can go to products, you can go to just groups, services. You can search the people that you want to connect with.
Is this like Facebook? Do you have to join and then they say you can come in? Is it just like Facebook?
Yeah, LinkedIn is getting smarter with that. A lot of them are turning their groups over to public groups so that when you ask to get in, you automatically get entered into it, get accepted. So you can go searching for people through these groups. Now here's something else you need to know. I'm going to go into one of my groups here. This black bar always gets in the way. So let's just pick this one here. Oh, and another thing about groups, you want to find the groups. You want to find the groups that have at least 3,000 or more members in them. Because when you get into those groups, here's what you can do. You can search the groups, all the people in their groups. See this down here where it says show all? If you click on that, it shows all the people in the groups. And then you can start searching with A, B. See how it changes? Look at that. So anybody with AB in their name shows up in your search. And you can just skim down through here right away and tell right away what if that's somebody that you'd like to message. You can direct, I'm on a free platform. You can direct a message to anybody in the groups and not be connected to them. You don't have to be connected to them. It's the same in Facebook. You can direct message people in Facebook without having to be friends with them. So you just click on message and you send that person a message. So when you are approaching people to come to a webinar or whatever, I always go into Word and set up my blurb that I want to say to invite them. And then I just copy and paste, copy and paste, copy and paste, go all down the list, copy and paste, copy and paste. So you click on message and you copy your message. It opens up. Oh, he's open already. And so I'm just going to go into my Word document. And let's just say I wanted to, no, that's not the one I want to use. Oh, here's my document. Here's my document. I have a document where I have all kinds of blurbs that I've put together and URLs. And so I can go in, and if I want to invite somebody to connect with me, this document is really long. And so here's intros. Hello, and I say put their name in there. I notice we have some awesome friends in common, and let's connect. Or I'd love to help generate leads for you, and you give me feedback on the system. Let's connect more. Talk soon. Let's connect. And so there's all these little blurbs that I've put together, and I save them in this document, and I can just copy and paste them wherever I think would be appropriate to use them. There's a birthday one. I like to send birthday greetings out to people. Nobody
May
else
I
does
interrupt you
it.
a second?
Sure.
Okay, there's a little thing where you go into your Word and copy and paste. I'm gonna get stupid here, but there's a program out there that I found that you just put up. You know how you put AB for the name? If you put
Yeah.
/AB, it'll type whatever you have as a shortcut. You don't have to go copy and paste. You just put that shortcut in there, and it'll put it right in there for you. I've got all my.
I call it copy paste. I use Control-C to paste it
Okay.
in once it's in there.
This
Yeah.
this is part of Permanent. And
Yeah.
and you set the shortcut up. Let's say I want to do my description. I do /DES and it writes my whole description for me, right where I put my cursor. It's automatic.
Cool.
You set them
So is
up.
that
It's
through,
called-
is that through Chat GPT or
no,
through
it's through,
Google?
it's just it's an add-on on Google. And
Yeah,
it's called Blast. And
awesome.
you can set up a million shortcuts and have all those shortcuts and you just hit it and boom, you know what you're doing.
Yeah.
As you set them shortcuts up. But look it up. It's called Blaze. and
Yeah,
it's
I'll
part
bet
of-
you're,
it's
I'll
part of
bet you're a boomer.
Yeah, I am. No, I've missed it by 2 years.
Yeah,
I'm 64. I was in that phase out time.
yeah,
But
Yeah.
yeah, but I just wanted to share that. It's called Blaze. It will write, and you can put all your comments on each one, have a shortcut. Like you want to do comment 1, I put CM, I put 1 CM, 2 CM, 3 CM, and it'll do all your comments. All you do is type /2 CM, and it's going to do what you want to. It's going to take where you pasted it one time, and it's going to put it over and over and over. It makes it so much simpler posting on these ads.
yeah.
But it's called Blaze. Check it out.
Blades, Blades.
Blaze. Blaze.
Oh, Blaze. I'll write that down.
Yeah. So I just thought I'd throw that in there. It's real handy for posting a
Awesome.
lot. So check it out.
You know,
Thanks for letting me interrupt.
oh, no problem. I like things to be open and for people to be able to exchange ideas. One of the things I've always looked for ever since I got online, I think I mentioned it earlier, is things that are done for you, programs that are easy to use and adapt to. And because
Well,
most of the,
that's very easy and it's free.
yeah,
I mean,
it
you
sounds
can
awesome.
upgrade it. You can upgrade it, but it's free.
Cool. That's cool. So for those of us that don't have that, we can copy a message that we've got in our Word document and use Control-V and it pastes in there automatically. So you can search anybody, go to anybody and send a message to them. So if you're looking for a specific kind of person, you want to make sure that you just check that first bit of their headline so you can see if that might be somebody that you would be interested in connecting with. Because not everybody is our perfect client, right? I discovered my perfect clients are all over 50. We relate to each other much on more of a different level, I guess you'd say. Are there any questions so far?
I have a couple of questions.
Sure.
One of them just totally left my brain. Sorry. So if it comes back, as far as like if you have, so we're talking about multiple streams of income. So if you have different things that you offer, if you have different niches, if you will, just for the sake of conversation, do you recommend separate profiles, or can you do everything all in one?
Okay. My profile specifically talks about multiple streams of income, right? Whoops, I'm gonna try and find my profile here. Oh, that's my ad. I got so many bars in the way.
Well, for example, I'm offering, so I help people with multiple streams of income, but I also help people in the health and wellness space with nutrition.
Yeah.
And so because I'm part of a network marketing in that space. And so
Right.
I'm trying to decide if I should combine or separate and how to market both.
I have multiple streams of income. I have Live Good, Got Backup, Nexus, MPGX. I can't remember some of them, and IPS, of course. And so I've got 5 or 6. And so I mainly market the IPS program because that IPS program can be used to market all the others. And so in my system.io, my email platform, I have a funnel for Got Backup, a funnel for Live Good, a funnel for MPGX, and for Nexus Rewards, and for IPS. In fact, I do emails for different ones. So I use Sprout Social or Buffer. They are auto posting platforms. And I take I have downloaded all of the pictures from IPS and all of the blurbs, the 200 blurbs that they've got, into my own documents so that I can do copy and paste ads. And I repurpose those ads through Sprout Social. And I wanted to show you, I just published an article today on LinkedIn. Can you all see the page?
Yes.
So no, this one isn't the one I did today. I did this one last week, but I repurposed it. I always go into Canva and make something that's appropriate for that article, right? And I used one of Michelle's great hooks. So that started everything off. And so then I typed I didn't use ChatGPT for this one. I use ChatGPT quite often to publish articles on LinkedIn. And then at the very bottom, I've got links to my website, to LinkedIn, Twitter, and Pinterest. Now I was locked out or hacked. I'm totally locked out of my Facebook and my Instagram and my Twitter, my main Twitter account. Not Twitter, TikTok. I get TikTok and Twitter mixed up. But I'm not worrying about it. I'm just concentrating on LinkedIn, Pinterest, email, and X, Twitter. So my links are connected in here. People can get in touch with me through all of those. So this is published, say this is published today. Today's the 21st. So then I republish it, schedule it to go out again on the 21st of, I've got calendars on my wall all around my desk here. So then it goes, the 21st of January becomes a Sunday. Then the 21st of February becomes a Wednesday. The 21st of March becomes a Thursday, and so on, different days of the week. So I can choose to send those, schedule those messages to go out.
The treats are in that little bag there if you wanted those.
Oh, I'd like
This
a treat.
bag
Can
here.
I have some too? Those, so you'll have a different day, so you reach different audiences. And you can choose different times of day and experiment and see when people would like to or are checking their social media.
Question, Christine. Do you use the same ad to repost it again?
Yeah, exact
Oh,
same ad.
that's awesome.
It just goes out once a month. So I've got ads now starting into June because I repurpose them 6 months out. So I've got ads going through my social media for LinkedIn, Got Backup, not LinkedIn, Live Good, Got Backup, IPS, and all my different platforms. And so I'm getting people joining me from different ads. And
How many sales have you created? You haven't gone live at all, right? At TikTok, so all your sales are just
no, because my account that I had on TikTok was just over 1,000, and I was just going to start doing lives, and boink, it's gone.
maybe
So-
God wanted you to go this route. It's doing so good.
Oh, well, that's why I'm doing LinkedIn lives.
Can I ask a question?
Yes,
Are you going to do, is this going to be something you're going to do regularly, or is this just a one-time thing?
this is the first one that's free. I'm going to do this regularly, but it will be a paid platform.
Okay, you'll let us know because
Yeah.
I do have to go to another appointment, so I'm gonna be.
Okay.
So,
No
but I'll be-
problem.
Thank you so
Thanks
much.
for
This
being
was
here, Janice.
awesome. This was awesome, Christine. Thank you.
Okay.
Bye.
So I'm going to see if I can get you into my Sprout Social here. Are you still looking at my LinkedIn?
Yes.
Yes.
You can still
Okay,
see it.
so I'll stop sharing that page and I'll go over to my other thing.
I didn't even know we could go live on LinkedIn. This is awesome.
Mm. Oh, boy.
You're doing
Okay, so
amazing.
here we are. This is Sprout Social. Can you see the page?
Mm-hmm.
So with Sprout Social, all these windows are in the way. You can actually connect, well, the plan that I have, I pay $100 Canadian a month for it. It's about 110 Canadian. US, it's about 80, 75, 80 a month. But you get 30 days free. And you can connect up to 10 profiles. Maria, could you mute yourself, please, Maria? Okay, so this is as though I'm going to do a post, okay? So let's say I'll just, you have to get a picture in first. So I'm going to upload an image and bring the image in. So I'll choose one of my images here. Okay, so then the image shows up down here so that you know what image. And then you can put in a blurb. So I've been using a lot of Michelle's hooks.
Are
And
you
then I
getting
put in,
a sale a day?
for me,
Are you getting at least a sale a day?
can't hear you. Is there something,
Do you get at least one sale a day?
a lead once a day?
Least. Do you get like a sale a day?
A sale a day?
Yeah.
No,
You
I
get
haven't
one-
gotten a sale a day because since everything's been hacked on my Facebook and whatnot, I'm rebuilding. So I went to ChatGPT and I asked them to set me up some new hashtags, because what I see happening on TikTok is people are getting shut down a lot. And part of it is because there's too much use of certain hashtags. So I've got these hashtags that I use from ChatGPT. Work from anywhere, pension booster, desk from home, or desk at home. So those are some, and then I'll put in a link. And the link that I'm going to share is usually my Marketing Mentors link. And see how it pops up? It will automatically shorten the link if I want to, but you don't have to say a lot. And the picture is already there. And then you just put in, then my Pinterest is attached. So I'll say, unlock the pop. The power of earning daily. And then you choose the board you want to be posting on. And I'll go down to Marketing Mentors. And then you go down to put your URL in, and that is saved in the platform. And then you choose the day it's going to go out. Well, today is the 21st. Just hover your mouse to see what time the next one goes out. So the next one's scheduled for 7 o'clock. So I'm going to schedule a different time. The time right now is just about 3 o'clock. So let's put this one for 4:30 or 4:10. Sounds like somebody's snoozing here.
Somebody's snoring.
Craig, wake up. Wake up, Craig. Wake up, Craig.
Okay. And then
Right
so they
enough.
put it on the
Mm.
21st of January. Well, you can see what times are already scheduled with other posts that I've already scheduled, see? So I can choose 2 o'clock.
Mm.
That's available. So I'll change this to 2.
Mm.
Craig.
And then we'll go to February
Mm.
and the 21st of February. I don't want that one. I want this one. So we got 8 and 10 in the morning. So let's do 2 o'clock in the afternoon. There, okay. Then we'll go to the next one. And you can tell when you've already scheduled the date because it fades out, the date that you've got scheduled. So we can do the 21st of March. And I'm going to leave it at 2 o'clock. And we can do April. The 21st of April. And we could do 4 o'clock on that day.
So you can virtually do the whole year if you wanted.
Yeah, but you can
Oh
only
my
do it with
goodness.
Sprout Social. You can't do it with any others that I've tried anyway.
Okay.
I love
And how
Sprout
many-
Social.
How many do they like post do they Sprout Social lets you do? Like if you have different companies.
They're all mixed up because
Oh.
these are some of these ads that you see popping down. Some of them are for Live Good, some of them are for Got Backup, some of them are for IPS.
Oh my goodness, that's amazing.
So
Love it.
it's what catches people's eye, right?
Mm-hmm.
Because it says right at the beginning on my profile that I'm all about multiple streams of income.
Yep.
So I have all these other companies and I'm just telling them to you that like it is, and it's working beautifully. The thing that I have to really be careful with is the email, that my email I built from LinkedIn. All my people in my email list are from LinkedIn. And so I have to be careful that I don't send too many mixtures of different emails out every day, right? So one week I'll do one of the platforms, another week I'll do another one of the platforms, another week I'll do another one of the platforms, and I'll rotate through with the email. But with your posts on social media, people are kind of used to multiple posts as well. So I've been going out 6 months with my posts. So you can add more scheduled posts if I want right here. And I could do the whole year if I wanted to, but I don't. So I'm going to schedule. You click the schedule button. Bing, it's gone. It's all scheduled to go out. So here's the platforms that I've got connected up to it. I've got LinkedIn. I've got 2 platforms on LinkedIn, my profile page and my business page. And I've got my Pinterest and I've got my new TikTok that I set up, which has 16 followers or something. It's brand new. And then the Twitter still, are you still using this for the Twitter, but it's X and YouTube. So you can post on all of these different platforms. The thing with TikTok and YouTube is you only can post video on those. So when you do videos, you can upload them to those platforms.
So Christine,
Yes?
what types of content is best on LinkedIn or does it matter? Like videos, articles, blogs, written posts, that kind of thing.
Here's the thing with LinkedIn that I've noticed. There are not very many personal videos being done. And if you have yourself on there talking, like I see most people talking, I follow Victoria and her videos. She would be perfect on LinkedIn and she's got great energy and that's what's needed everywhere. And people, for some reason, well, you've all probably heard me say, I had hesitated to do video for a long time because I thought nobody wants to listen to an old lady. And then I decided, no, I need to talk to people because I'm reaching, my age matters because that's my target audience is seniors, right? So yeah, so I got busy and got on the stick and started doing video. I
And,
see some hands raised here. Shall I go through the hands? Donna?
Hi, Christine.
Hey.
This is all very, very interesting. I never even considered such a thing. I'm fairly new into digital marketing. So, first off, congratulations on your successes that you're having. I just love it, and you're so beautiful. And I hope I'm as ambitious as you are when I'm your, I'm your age. But, so with this, the site that you have up right now, I was going to ask you about that. So that's something that you could maybe do like batch content. I don't know if you can see, but I am a truck driver. And so,
Yeah, it looks like you're sitting in a truck. I was wondering.
yeah, I drive over the road. So I am trying desperately to find a way to get out of this truck. But the problem is, I'm very limited on my time to be able to actually go and do like videos and stuff. But this seems like it would be very handy to be able to do some batch content on my days off. Is that correct? And then you could have it scheduled out as however you'd want.
Yeah,
Okay.
that's exactly what I
Okay.
do. My husband and I manage the apartment complex where we live,
Uh-huh.
and that's our full time. And we're both supposed to be retired.
Yeah,
But
yeah.
yeah, you heard me say what pensions in Canada are like probably. And so everybody who's on pension has to supplement it somehow.
Well, I actually used to live in Canada, so yes, I definitely know the expenses up there for sure. Everyone says I actually have a son who still is living up there. My ex-husband is still up there with one of my sons. He's got a job and stuff up there now, but yeah, it's very expensive, very, very expensive.
Yeah.
So yeah. But and then my other question was, I noticed I don't know a lot, but I saw a couple of your pictures, and you just did an outstanding job of making them look very vibrant and appealing and professional. Do you just use Canva?
Yeah, I just use Canva.
Okay. Okay. Well, awesome. Awesome. Well, those were my questions. Thank
Awesome. I'm
you.
glad I could help. I think I went from the wrong end here. I think there's James was actually first. I'm sorry, James.
That's okay. It's Patty, James' other half.
Oh, hello, other half.
We're a couple, James and Patty.
Nice to meet you, Patty.
Yes, congratulations. And I'm 68 and I want to look like you when I grow up. You're beautiful. My question was, is this a business, Lincoln, or personal that you were showing us?
This LinkedIn is business.
It's business. So is that the route to go?
Yeah. And so when you set up a profile, this is another pet peeve of mine. People set up a profile on LinkedIn like a business, and that's what the business groups are for on LinkedIn. They're free, but if a person wants to just feature a business, they can set up a group that is attached to their personal profile, so that all the profiles in LinkedIn are personal, but they're business, because everybody that's on LinkedIn is there to do business. But people need to realize that even though other people are there to do business, they need to know who they're doing business with. So they need to know the person.
There's a free business or free personal?
There's when you set up a profile on LinkedIn, it is a personal profile.
Okay.
You have to remember, LinkedIn is a business platform, right?
Right.
So when you have a profile set up on LinkedIn, it has to be set up as the person. you, the one person, not a husband and wife, not a picture of a fancy car, not a picture of your favorite pet, not a picture of the storefront. It's you.
Okay.
So then there is a business page that you can set up if you have a business that you want to highlight as well. You can also highlight your business through the way you set up your profile.
Okay.
Because you talk about projects. You can set up, if you've got a business, like if you've got somebody is a coach, or like I had one client who helped people write resumes. She's really struggling right now because of Chat GPT. Because
Oh,
you
I
can
bet.
ask Chat GPT to write a resume and they do a great job. They'll write it beautifully. So anyway,
When
so
we
she
had a
set up a
book,
business page. Pardon me?
when we had a brick and mortar business, we had a lot of business people in our community that
Mhm.
invited us to Lincoln, and I was on Facebook, and I didn't understand. Like, I went over, looked at it, and just looking at it, it was intimidating. So I
Yeah.
just kept with Facebook.
It's okay. I hear you.
So there's no, I take it there's no email automation. All that is going through our system. Oh, am I correct?
This, if you want to do automated emails, you have to set them up through system.io
Okay.
and or whatever email platform you're using. I really like System. I was on Keep before, KEAP. It's a really great platform as well, but it is very expensive. It was $154 a month, and I thought $37 a month with System.io was a lot better.
Is that what it costs to add another funnel on? 37?
Yeah, so if you want to have multiple funnels, which I have on my platform, on my System.io, you need to be on a paid platform. And if you have
Okay.
more than one keyword that you use, you need to have a paid platform.
Okay. All right.
Hope that helped.
Yeah, I'm glad you did it. Thank you very much for taking your time and going over it.
You're welcome.
Intimidating now.
It really helps when somebody explains a little bit to you.
Definitely.
Mm-hmm.
Well,
Yeah.
opening it up, getting into it and going through, some of the portions of it, that definitely
Right.
helps.
Right.
Thank you very much. And
You're
again,
welcome.
congratulations.
Thank you. Fiona.
Hi, Christine. How are you doing?
I'm awesome. How about you?
I'm good. Awesome stuff, by the way. Okay, so I think Donna answered my question that I had for you regarding your use of Canva for your images.
Right.
Yeah, I just wanted to ask if that is on the Canva Pro or just the free.
Well, you can do most of everything on the free, and I upgraded to the Pro because I was doing so much. So I am kind of the belief that as soon as I start running into glitches when things don't work, I upgrade to the basic level at least. And it's usually not much money. Like it's for Canva, I think it's in Canadian dollars, I'm paying $24.98 or something a month.
Oh,
And
okay,
in-
awesome. So
in
I'm assuming
US
the images that you made was on the Pro.
because I've been on Pro for a couple years now.
Oh,
You can
okay,
do the
awesome.
same images. You can do the same images. There's so much on the free. You can just go in and try it.
Oh,
And
well, thank you.
yeah. And if there's a crown, a picture of a gold crown in the corner, then you know it's a paid one. You have to be on the paid platform. But if there's no picture of a gold crown in the corner of the samples that you see on there, you go ahead and use it. It's for free.
Yeah. Thank you.
You're welcome. Donna Rains, are you still? Lower your hands, would you please, so that I know we've already worked together? I've answered your questions. Okay. Jill,
Thank you. I want to say thank you so much. I do have one quick question, but this has been very, very, very valuable. Thank you very much for offering your time and
You're
teaching
welcome.
this. My question is, you said you built your entire email list or most of it through LinkedIn. So do you mean that, like, if people have, so I guess what my question is how? So if I have connections on LinkedIn, I can just use those and build an email list, or like what is the, I guess, appropriate professional way to go about that?
Okay, they are all double opted in. I have, I set up things like surveys or polls that they have to leave their name and their email in order to complete the survey or the poll.
Okay.
And you can set up really simple ones. Just do some searches online for personality styles. There's all different kinds of personality styles. There's personality styles according to color, personality styles according to birds. And you can set up your own little survey and ask people 3 to 5 questions that, well, with the surveys for the personality styles, I think you need about 10 questions. And then they come out with the result of what they are. And I find I get a really good sign up rate with that. And I use that also when I endorse people. I'll go in and I'll go search for people's skills, and I do 10 every day, just 10 endorsements every day. And I use a survey that I have set up, or that I have in my repertoire of surveys to use, and they will click and they have to leave their name and their email. And then I get a message saying, so-and-so, or you have a new lead. And there's a whoop, new lead on the email. So it lets me know that I've got a new lead. So then I go and I can manually input that new lead into system.io. So the new lead, I get an email because the survey is platform that I use is attached to my Christine@marketingmentress.com email. And so I'll get an email that'll say, whoop, you have a new lead. And then I can just go in and copy that lead and paste it into System.io.
Okay. I think that
Yeah,
a little bit above what I can understand at the moment, but I get the general idea.
Yeah, that's okay. That's okay. It took me a while to catch it onto it too. These funnels are really, really good. I've been following Russell Brunson for years, and I've got several of his books, and he's kind of the inventor of the funnel systems. And he spends $1 million a month on Facebook ads, but he makes 10 million a month. Yeah. And it's through his funnels. Do you have any other questions? So is there anybody else that has a question? We've gone a little bit over time. I'm sorry to keep you so long, but I want to be the best help I can be for you. I'm going to probably have a program that is ongoing that people can pay for. And maybe once a month we'll get together and do some LinkedIn training. So I have to talk to Michelle about this, how we're going to go about doing this. There seems to be a lot of interest in LinkedIn. So if there aren't any more questions, I'm going to say goodbye. Happy end of Thursday, I guess. It's been a good day.
Christine. It was a wonderful training. Appreciate it.
Thank
Christine,
you.
I have a question.
Thank you, Christine.
Okay,
Thank
who's that?
you.
Who has a
Thank you.
question?
Joe. Or is this gonna be posted somewhere for a replay?
Yes, I'm going to post it. I will post it in let's see, I'll do it in LinkedIn, and I'll do it to my email list, and I'll do it to my IPS website in the school.
Okay, that works. I missed a lot of the first part of it.
Oh, that's too bad.
I found it interesting, so I want to rewatch it.
Awesome. That's great.
Thank
There's
you.
more men on LinkedIn than there are women. Did you know that?
No, I didn't.
Yeah, LinkedIn seems to really attract the male gender.
Well, I'm gonna get rid of the men. I want all the women though. They don't argue as much. Hey, I do. Thank you.
Oh, you're very welcome. Thank you, everybody.
Thank you,
Happy
Christine.
holidays.
Happy
Thank you,
holidays.
Christine.
Happy holidays.
Thank you, Christine.
Where's that lid at, Bubba?
I'm going to stop my share now.